Come on, baby. Hi. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Hold for Everything podcast. This is episode 4. I apparently look like a lesbian. Jake's here. Jessica's here. We don't have a GoPro, so whenever Jake talks, fuck him. Whatever.
Stop the work and fucking hold for everything.
So we have to rush this episode because Jess has to leave soon. Anyway, what's the...
Of course he's going to blame me.
I'm blaming... This episode is going to be 20 minutes long because Jess doesn't know how to do... She doesn't know how to time things, you know? See, the thing is, when you have prior obligations, you don't plan other shit afterwards.
Oh, what did you do today, Eric?
What's up?
What did you do today?
Listen, I worked, okay?
Uh-huh. And what time were you supposed to go pick up Jake?
What's up? 4, 5?
4,
5, be here at 6? What? We were an hour and a half late. What are you going to do?
All right.
It was raining. We didn't know that it was going to rain. Do I really look
if we're
like
really
a lesbian?
desperate for time, what we can do is just take a break and then come back afterwards.
Damn, take a break? I thought you mean take a break right now. I was like, we just got started.
Nah, man, I'm done.
After a word from our sponsors?
I need a moment.
Oh, shit. Did I tell you Carolina may want to be a sponsor?
Yes, you did.
I did, but we have to figure out how it will benefit her at least because she was down to pay us.
She's just going to ride our massive popularity. That's how it's going to benefit her.
100 views on a Woody Allen.
A lot of people out there defending pedophiles.
Pedophiles are cool sometimes, Jake, all right?
Yeah, sometimes they make one good movie.
What did we say
Sometimes
wrong?
they travel in packs.
Who?
Sometimes they travel in packs.
Do they?
I don't know. Well,
I wouldn't doubt it.
Why else would you defend him? Just like, why else? Give me a reason.
But what?
Because we said that he was married to Mia Farrow, and it turns out they were just in like a committed relationship for 2 years.
Up there.
So it's no longer pedophilia, apparently.
Right?
Like,
That's what I'm saying. Like, what is the reason?
It wasn't
There's no reason besides the fact.
It wasn't technically his stepdaughter.
It wasn't technically his stepdaughter, Jess, okay?
So he didn't... it's still pedophilia.
It's
like he's still a pedophile.
I just don't understand. We put out at least 15 videos in the last 3 weeks, and the one that people respond to the most was Woody Allen being a pedophile because they were so upset at what we were saying. I don't get it. What did I mean, I guess technically, because I say a lot of shit that apparently, okay, I was told, my uncle mentioned, he goes to my cousin, because he watches the shit, he goes, why does he talk about things that he doesn't fucking know about? And then, and I was like, isn't that like the beauty of the show? Like, we're kind of just like finding out shit. What was it? What did we find out? The Roman Polanski shit. Like, we found that.
You found that out.
That was another thing that he was like, and they weren't petitioning for him to get back into. Who cares? Who cares what they were petitioning for?
Yeah,
they were still trying
to. You're getting caught up in the details that don't matter. It's like Roman Polanski admittedly raped a child, and so did. I don't know if Woody raped. What's her name? I don't know.
Well, it depends.
He still had like naked photos.
I don't think they ever confirmed it in the podcast. They just confirmed that he was a weirdo to her.
Yeah, but this is also known shit. Like we already knew that Woody Allen is just not a guy that's worth defending.
It's like the technicalities is what they care about. It's like all technicalities.
But we were looking at something. His latest movie was 2011.
He actually had like Selena Gomez and Timothy. I don't know how to say his last name, but I love
Selena Gomez. Wait, what movie? I was talking about Midnight something.
Oh, did that movie with them ever come out?
With Owen Wilson?
He did. Oh,
I don't know.
Yeah, he did do one with them though, because they got a lot of heat for it.
Owen was my girlfriend at the time. We didn't watch the movie. So does that count? Does that mean I didn't? So technically, I didn't support Woody Allen because
no, you just you're technically a pedophile now because you like got it onto a Woody Allen film.
But maybe now people will like us because now I'm a pedophile, and apparently
that's the clip. 15 seconds on Instagram.
Seriously, there you go.
15 seconds, just Eric.
Make it happen, Brian. So I got Brian to look at our show and make clips so that we don't have to send it. And then he could just kind of do the captions and shit. So hopefully that happens. So if you could clip me being a pedophile, that would be amazing. And we'll just throw it on Instagram.
Yeah. Sans context.
Okay. Do we jump into Justice League? We're going to figure this out. Do we jump into Justice League? Do we talk about the Dakota situation?
No.
Or do we talk about
This is just a Justice League.
the bullets in my car? Okay.
Well, if we have extra time,
We'll talk about it.
Talk about your bullets.
The bullets in my car leads to the Dakota thing, so we can kind of just...
Did Dakota shoot up your car?
No.
Okay, well then.
Okay.
Somebody did shoot up my car, and I know the guy who shot... Whatever. It's like a whole story. We'll do it next time.
Yeah, I was going to say,
All right.
we don't have it.
We don't have time. We're a little late. We probably should...
You got hammered last night?
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah, I put that on the list. You got drunk? He looked so... I got really scared because I didn't know like if he... I mean, we could always just cut it out.
I didn't look at the list, but...
I write everything down, Jake.
Yeah, but I didn't think the list mattered today. But.
Jake is fucking wasted last
You
night.
can't write somebody got hammered on the list and expect me not to see it.
So
I
basically,
guess I didn't know he wrote that. That's why I was like...
if we really think about whose fault today was and why we were late, we had all day yesterday. We could have shot this podcast, but Jake decided that he wanted to get wasted instead of getting to the people about how bad the Justice League was.
Here's the thing, is that I actually was just up until 6 because I was like, I have to watch this movie for the fucking podcast.
He loves it for the podcast.
You guys are going to
And
hate
now,
me, by the way.
Oh, she
Why,
didn't
you
watch
like
it.
the movie?
I don't like it, but I
Oh.
do think it's better.
She
Oh,
watched
well, that's
it.
such a low bar to hurdle.
That's a
Oh, yeah,
low
for
bar.
sure,
That's
but
not-
it's
Very low bar.
definitely better, and it was definitely different.
See, that's...
The problem is I don't remember the original, so I don't know how different it actually was compared to this. All I know is
I don't
that
know.
this was...
Like I liked Superwoman's entrance was different. It was
Superwoman
better.
doesn't have an entrance.
Superwoman.
She's not in the movie.
She's not even in the movie.
Superwoman is not...
Sorry.
It's like, you really loved this movie, didn't you?
I didn't.
Did
I
you
didn't
watch-
like
It's
it.
fucking
No, I didn't
amazing.
like
You
it.
actually
Wonder
Did you
just
guys
Woman.
see the
watched-
Hulk
What's the
come out of
difference?
nowhere?
Did you watch just 4 episodes of Supergirl on the WB? Is that... It's like, this is great. I don't know why people...
No, I've never known the difference between Superwoman and Wonder Woman ever
Wonder
in my
Woman.
entire life.
One of them's an alien and one of them's just the priestess. No, she's not a priestess.
Literally thought they were the
Princess.
same
Princess
person.
Diana.
Princess Diana.
Yeah.
What?
That's her name. Diana. Wonder Woman's like real name is Diana. She's a
Oh.
princess.
Oh, did they do that
I
on
thought
purpose?
you were talking about Princess
Well, no,
Diana.
because Wonder Woman was before that.
Yeah, quite literally Wonder Woman came out before like Princess
was
died.
Princess Diana...
Well, that's why I was like, wait, what? I thought you were talking about really Princess Diana.
No. I'm talking about Wonder Woman. Her character, like her alter identity is Diana, and she's an Amazonian
That makes
princess.
sense. Okay, well, Wonder Woman
Princess
is who
Diana
I was
is
talking
Wonder
about.
Woman.
I like
After
her
she dies,
entrance
she
better.
becomes... Hashtag.
They don't want you to know the truth.
Yo, people are going to come at us for Princess Diana. What's up? Yo, if this dog bites my lip on camera...
Views, man. You gotta do it for the views.
You bite my lip. Do it right now.
Oh, don't invite the dog. She looked so confused.
She's like, who's this man? All right, let's
no,
get back to this movie being
movie's-
terrible.
It's,
It's awful. I'm sorry, Jessica.
No, I don't.
It's
think
4
that
hours.
good.
Why did somebody made a very good point? I can't remember it, but
someone made a good
someone
point.
out there made a very
Someone
good point.
made a good point.
It was basically saying you had a shitty 2-hour movie and you thought it would be a good idea to make that shitty movie 4 hours long.
Yeah, they didn't really they didn't change the plot. I know everyone's just like, but what about Darkseid? They added Darkseid. He's like, he didn't do shit.
Nope.
He was like CGI'd into a scene that
CGI'd.
already existed.
And he was in the
then
movie
at the
for-
very end, he was in a blue portal and he was like, what they did is Zack Snyder watched the first Avengers movie and he was like, oh, that would be dope if we made Steppenwolf Loki. And then we were just like, Darkseid can be Thanos. They even do the same shit. Loki fails and then they have that scene at the end of Avengers like, fine, I'll do it myself.
Mm-hmm.
They literally do that scene.
Because
Steppenwolf gets
Steppenwolf-
killed and then Darkseid just like, guess we got to do it the old fashioned way. It's like,
Why didn't you do it that way to begin
yeah,
with?
like also they don't set up like why they set up to be like Steppenwolf is like some banished person from Darkseid's team. Like he doesn't trust him. He's done something wrong in the past. We never find out what that was. And it doesn't make any sense as to why it's like he's trusting him now. Just like,
Right.
you can't be like return to our Lord's side for blah, 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 blah. And then it's just like, but we're going to help you we're going to not help you. We're going to let you just do this apparently monumentally important thing for, the big guy.
Right.
we don't trust you, but do the most important thing that anyone has to do for our side of the thing.
They also like normally you have an entire movie about Steppenwolf, and then at the very end it's like, all right,
Yeah, you tease the bigger villain.
you tease Darkseid. They just
He looked cooler in that.
They did 2 hours. Steppenwolf did look cooler in this one, but I don't really remember what he looked. I mean, I remember what I like the shininess.
His face still looks like he hasn't like drank water for like 3 decades. Like
He looks like SpongeBob from Water.
He's just like all dried out, all wrinkly and nasty. It's like, I don't,
What about the
I guess
Superman
like,
mustache.
what?
The Superman mustache.
Oh yeah.
Did they? Was that for this one or was that for Batman versus Superman?
I don't know. I know nothing anymore.
I think
I finished that movie at 6 a.m. and basically was like, I don't want to do anything with my life at this point. This movie cost how many hundreds of millions of dollars?
In addition to the original?
But like in general.
No, it wasn't. I don't think it was good. I just think it was better.
Oh no, yeah.
Better, more cohesive.
I feel like that's a fair point. It was better, but I think the reaction to it is pissing me off even more. Because everyone's like, yo, Snyder's a genius. We should just give him the reins to this whole fucking thing. Please don't give him the reins to this whole thing.
He doesn't want them, though. He doesn't want them.
But also, like, I think this is just one of those things that, like, the pandemic has made people just worse. Not
right.
Worse people.
You haven't seen a movie in 3 years. So
there hasn't been anything, like, great that happened. So, like, we were like, oh, my God. And it's a nostalgia effect because this movie came out a couple years ago. And it is like, I remember that being terrible. This one is still fucking terrible, guys. It is. It's still a bad movie. It being better than what already was a piece of shit does not make it not also a piece of shit. Like this is a shit that you just didn't have to wipe after. Like it was just like, it's better, I guess, in one way, but it's still shit. Like,
so I have to ask, do you honestly think that he would have gotten this movie with the studio if nothing happened? I don't think he would have gotten it. I don't think this would have been the cut that he put out if nothing happened to his family.
I think it was I think the tragedy was a saving grace for him in a way. Yeah. If that makes any sense. Cuz like he can use that as not that he used, I'm not saying he did it
gave him a second chance to go back to the movie. Basically.
Yeah. It gave him a second chance and he took the opportunity.
Yeah.
Not that he's being disrespectful to the daughter or anything, but like he took the chance that he was given.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. We're all filmmakers. If somebody gave you the chance to make the movie
I would play it up.
wanted to make,
I would play it up. I would be like, oh yeah, I'm going to do my best to show you what I really wanted to do.
But also so much of that movie was terrible, shitty CGI that I feel like 90% of it was like, oh, my original vision. They didn't even film. There were so many scenes that were just like, this looks like it's on, and it's not even good. It's not even as good as like we were talking earlier, the shit like on WandaVision. Like WandaVision CGI is like significantly better. And I would say
TV
like,
show.
Yeah, it has nowhere near the same budget. Like this looks like a very shitty PlayStation 2.
I think.
Yeah. I do want to give credit to whoever scored it though, because the new score was better.
I thought the new score was erratic.
You thought so?
I thought
it would be like smash cut to Wonder Woman and like every single time she's on screen.
Yeah, but
every single time.
I like the score like that in the intro. That's what I really liked. Like I really liked her intro, and I liked the slow-mo thing that you don't like.
We don't need a new fucking score for every character when they're on screen. Like that was just, it's just kind of ridiculous. Like every time Superman's on screen, they do the fucking Hans Zimmer score.
Fair enough.
And then Batman, there was no Batman movies. So I don't really know what music
they got rid of
for him.
They got rid of a Danny Elfman score and they replaced it with a patchwork of all the other movies that they already had. Like so like there's like I feel like moments where the score is good, in there. But that's it.
Yeah.
That's my problem with it is like people know the Wonder Woman score. It's like a good score. Like, there's memorable parts of it and shit. So like they were just like fuck it, let's just take the already good thing. But then they just did it way too much. It's like every moment where she just like appeared, it's like
she's here.
Yeah.
But everything too, like there was like 20 minutes in the end too that just felt like it dragged. It was just like it just kept going and going. And it was like,
that was the one of the good notes that I made was that the final action sequence was decent enough, but then I don't know, I wrote something where they like towards like the last like 10 minutes they they just like, I mean maybe I just wasn't paying attention, maybe it lost me, but they're in the middle of this whole fight scene. And then they kind of just Darkseid gets away, and it's like they're standing on a fucking mountain, and the movie ends, and I'm like, wait, what? That's like
Darkseid doesn't get away. He was never fucking there.
Well, no, but
he like everyone's like this. So many people said like there was like the villain was cooler now because it was a different villain. It's like he didn't even do anything.
I think
all we learned. Also, I just this is just probably a point of contention for all comic book things. But why did only like the race of men improve technologically over like how thousands of years? Like they show like the Amazonians still just using like bows and arrows. They show like the Atlanteans like still just using like tridents and shit. And then like it was back in the days, like there was like just dudes also using bows and arrows. But then like thousands of years in the future, it's modern. We have guns and tanks and shit. But Amazonians haven't even gotten better bows and arrows. They're just they're fighting Steppenwolf with just the shit they had thousands of years ago. And it's like, why?
But I think that,
why
like,
that
goes for the entire movie. Like,
no, it does. But
I said it. I wrote something on Facebook, but they don't do a good job of making these characters look strong. Because the whole idea of the movie is we got to save Superman because we can't do this shit without him. Yeah, he's literally the only way that we can win. Not even we. The only way we all survive is if Superman beats this guy. It's not like we need him to form a team to beat this guy.
This is just a movie to get Superman back to life.
Right.
Because they literally just killed him.
And you just shit on all of your main characters. I don't want to watch any of their movies now. I don't want to like...
They take a moment for like one of the new moments with when Superman's revived and like he sees Lois Lane. Like that's not new entirely, but they take it from like Batman. They make Batman dumb in this one. And that's like the exact opposite of his character. Humor. They took like... But he's stupid.
Humor that he had in the first one.
He still has all the humor. There's still humor in this one.
That's what I mean.
Still shit humor, but it's shit. But it's not the same as it was in the other one.
Well, I was going to say
before I watched the.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
But did you think that? So, because we were debating this in the car, I was saying that the biggest problem that everyone had with the original was that it was too jokey and too.
Was that the biggest problem? The biggest problem I had was that it was a terrible fucking movie.
Okay, but
like,
the big
jokes aside.
Well, no, but
if they had none of the jokes, it would still have been a piece of shit.
I'm there with you, but I'm just saying that was the biggest thing. Oh, Joss Whedon he made it too funny. Meanwhile, this was just as quote unquote funny. Because I enjoyed like Flash joking around and everything. Like he was probably
how did the Flash get shot? That's what I want to know. At like a critical moment at the end of the film, he gets shot. Like he's moving around super fucking fast. His whole superpower is speed and like hyper perception.
Yeah.
And he just gets shot by a lackey. Like they just act like for what they show him dodging shit, going wild the entire like all the way up to there. And then they're just like this one guy with a gun on a cliff far away, just fucking hits like just no scopes the Flash at supposedly going faster than he's ever gone ever before.
Yeah,
and this guy's just like, gotcha. Like
so that's a big problem with Zack Snyder doing the whole slow-mo shit because the slow-mo shit should just be for the Flash.
Yeah, it makes so much sense with this character.
But you have slow-mo for Wonder Woman, you have slow-mo for this person, and fucking Wonder Woman is sliding in slow motion. And all the slow motion does is show you how bad the CGI is when she's sliding in slow-mo.
Because she's not actually, they didn't take a camera and film them doing these things. They were just like,
just like,
it's computer
she's
generated
laying there
now.
And they the way that they did it was just so cheesy. And I don't know.
I agreed that, it was.
I don't know why
he does it because he needs to remind people that he did in fact direct 300. And so maybe you should give him another movie despite the fact that he's done basically nothing since.
Also really quick, I saw something where they're like, Zack Snyder picks his top 5 movies on HBO Max. The Matrix is no shit. The Matrix is one of your top 5 movies.
The first Matrix is a good movie.
No, I know, but I'm saying with the fucking slow motion, you would.
Oh yeah,
no shit. Yeah. Like, I didn't need to hear his
the bullet
list.
time. Yeah,
yeah.
It's just his favorite movies are just which ones did slow mo the best.
Lex Luthor, terrible. Gotta go.
Oh yeah.
Can they? Is it too late to recast? Even though he's been in 17 movies already.
No, it's
never
a terrible
too late. Choice. Terrible choice.
They should get the.
Somebody said Bryan Cranston was in the running.
I don't know if I'd want him as.
He's a little old. The whole point is
I don't mind an old Lex Luthor though. Like,
I think
because he's like a plotter. Like,
I
he's
get
not,
it, but I think they also, in the comics, what the dad was also.
You got talking to the mic, buddy.
I'm so sorry. Hello. Welcome to the Hold for Everything podcast.
The dad was what? You were talking about the dad.
Well, no, I was thinking about Smallville and how the dad was also I don't know if he was in the comics, but I imagine that Lex Luthor's father.
Yeah.
But he wasn't bald, so never mind. Forget what I was.
Well, Lex Luthor even in Smallville is still old. He's an adult. Like, he's still older than Clark. Clark's in high school and Lex is like, his dad's running the business, but Lex is in the business. Like, he's not in high school with him.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, he just looks super. Well, I mean, he's probably also really the same age as him in real life. So that's why I just had that in my head.
But no, I do think recast him, do something.
I mean, it's a little late, but
it's never too late for a universe that's not going to take off anywhere.
Dude, they have to just reboot this whole thing. Please.
Here's the thing.
No.
I think that they should just give up on the universe idea. Like, Marvel's now running into the situation where it's like, now we've done all this shit and it was super fucking cool, but now like they're trapped a little bit by this expansive timeline that they've created, and you can't make movies that actually end if you're doing this universe shit. You have to always have something coming on the horizon. Yeah. You can't actually. I just feel like
they seem to know.
They're better movies, but they always have worse villains. Like, they've had two good villains. Thanos was a good villain,
right?
And Warmonger.
Where do you go? Where do you go? I see what you mean.
Villain.
Where do you go for the main one?
But that's it. Every single movie, it's like the problem that anime runs into. It's like there's always another fucking bad guy out there. Goku always gotta get stronger. Like, it's boring after a minute. If it's like we did it, we overcame, and then the next movie, fuck yeah, guys, we did it, we overcame, and we're gonna keep doing this for the next 30 fucking years because we can't actually end this.
I don't know.
There needs to be a conclusion for it to be satisfying at a certain point.
Yeah.
And I think DC can just outdo them by getting them to that point, being like, yeah, we'll make cool ass individual one shots
without the teaming up.
Yeah.
And just
because you know what their best movies so far have been, DC, is the shit that is not related at all to the DC universe.
Yeah.
Joker did good.
Dude.
Fucking Nolan Batman's
that's
did good.
Debatable, but I love the Joker.
I thought Joker was great.
But people that I talked to were like, eh.
Well, it's divisive, but it's critically a better movie.
It's so good. Like, the final scene gets you super fucking hyped.
They're better when they're not trying to emulate Marvel.
Dude, but they just jumped into it way too quick, and I don't understand how they haven't realized it.
Yeah. Like, they made like 3 movies and they're like, by the way, they're all together now. Thank you. That's what they did.
That's true.
like Marvel
had
how many
15 movies before the first Avengers. DC did. They didn't even do a Batman movie. Like, I feel like the origin should have been Batman. He's the guy who's looking for all these fucking. Like, they could have just, if they were going to replicate anything, it would have been like, okay, Batman is your Iron Man. He's looking for a team because he knows that a fucking evil.
I don't disagree with the idea of starting with someone besides Batman because it worked for Marvel because Iron Man at that point in time was like
also nobody.
Yeah, he was like not one of their top tiers. So his origin story, people actually didn't really know. Right. So you could like everyone who knows. You don't need to introduce us to Batman at this point. We all fucking know who he is.
So then you would disagree with me because I was going to say they should have had a younger Batman, not a young Batman, not like the Robert Pattinson version, but like a Christian Bale.
I think you can make that be like the second. You don't have to start your franchise around it. I think you want to start your franchise with an origin story, but I think you can make the Batman movie without having to be like, how did he become Batman? No, we can establish him in the other movie and then be like, oh yeah, and then we're moving over to.
I'm there with you, but I think the Batman that they have or the Batman that they've created is the Batman that's like passing the torch. Like he's the Bruce Wayne that's about to pass the torch. So now, if these movies were super popular, like let's say they wanted to do Justice League fucking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ben Affleck's got to go after like the first one.
Well, yeah, that's what you throw in. You just make it Terry McGinnis, Batman Beyond.
Right, but we're finally getting the Justice League, and you get rid of Batman right away. You get rid of Bruce Wayne right away. That's what I'm saying.
Is what I'm saying is that this whole universe is trash, and I wouldn't have started it with any of the concepts that they decided to start with.
It's just a mess. Like Ben Affleck was supposed to have his own movie. He was supposed to direct the Justice League himself. How do you think that movie would have been amazing?
Yeah, I want to see the Affleck cut. Let's do it.
I would watch the
guys, let's get the Affleck cut out there.
Fuck Zack Snyder. I want to see Ben Affleck's cut, and we'll compare the two, and then whichever one's better, that's where we'll continue this universe. Yeah. Okay? Because everyone is apparently...
Ben Affleck is either going to be completely cut out of this, or he like doesn't want any part of it. We're about to make him be the control... He's going to be the Kevin, Feige of...
Feige?
Feige of like the fucking DC universe unwillingly. Just gonna be like, you're gonna control all of it, baby. Like they have no one like that's also part of it, is that they have no one really like that in charge of all their shit. They don't have someone like they have. I guess Zack Snyder's done the most movies, but he hasn't done every movie. And like Kevin for Marvel is really the guy that's like keeping it all, like the continuity rolling.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like in wrestling, you have that one guy who approves everything.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's trash, you have somebody to blame. We have nobody necessarily to blame for this DC shit, except for the company itself, because they haven't put anybody in charge. Unless we're just speaking out of turn and we don't know what the fuck we're talking about.
You know what they should try to do is, if he'd be interested, I don't know, who knows if he'd even be interested in the shit, just try and poach Favreau.
Dude.
Give him the keys. And he's fucking nailing it with everything that they've given him over at like Disney with like the Mandalorian But
he also did like Ant-Man and shit like that. He did, I think
so. I mean, he's been involved. But
I think if Feige stepped down, like if he died, Favreau would be the guy that you give it to. Yeah. Favreau would be the guy that you give it to. Sorry.
It's all good. But I mean, that's what I think right now he's just really directing the movies and he's like really in charge of some of the Star Wars shit. But I think you can probably, if you get lucrative, he can do this shit. He can do the comic book shit.
You pay him out. You're like, yo, leave the Avengers shit. Take this over.
Yeah. And it's yours. You can give him the position, like that ultimate authority position before Marvel can right now.
And he's exclusive only to you.
Yeah.
And that would get people that were out. Sorry, I'm too loud, too little.
I'm continuing adjusting this. It's fine.
I'm so sorry. I'm so
compensating
sorry.
for whatever you're doing.
It would get people that are already taken out of this to be like, oh shit, maybe he can save this because everyone loves him. Like he's universally loved.
Nailing it everywhere.
Like nobody's going to be like, oh shit, like he might fuck this up. Everyone's going to assume that whatever he thinks of is going to be amazing. And
where's this music coming from?
Outside. You in? Is it SZA? Big fan of SZA.
Same, but like... We're gonna get claimed now. It's definitely gonna come.
7 seconds. 7 seconds.
I thought it was 10. Jess knows her shit. I don't know.
Someone knows. We'll figure it out.
All right. Why? All right, I'm just reading my list. Why does Aquaman break glass next to the ocean?
Such a good point. Why would he do that?
What a shitty human being this guy is.
Also, why can't... There's such power inconsistency. Like we're like not Thanos. Steppenwolf's supposed to be this huge fucking big bad, but he can't break the glass on Batman's car. Like, dude. And then Wonder Woman. Happening? What the fuck is the point of Wonder Woman's lasso? if Steppenwolf is just pulling on the shit.
Yeah. The whole point is once you're wrapped around, you can't do anything. No?
Yeah, you're compelled to tell the truth or some shit.
That's okay. Yeah. So she got some random fucking Joe Schmo wrapped around and he was like, haha, you'll never catch us. And I was like, why is he doing this?
Yeah.
He's wrapped in this truth shit. Well, I guess he was telling the truth. Like he believes it.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
yeah.
That was on a technicality.
I guess that would be kind of amazing if like the lasso was like a pure truth thing, not just like objectively what's true is what that person will say. So you can like ask them literally anything and they'll give you the answer for it.
Right. Well, she was like,
that'd be a fucking cool power. But instead it's one of those like holdovers from the fucking 1940s that are just like, wouldn't it be cool if you caught like a mugger and made them like confess to the crime. Ha ha ha. Superpowers. Like
I thought that's what it did. I thought she asked the question.
that's basically, yeah, that's what it's supposed to be, but it doesn't make sense but it doesn't make any sense for modern superheroes for their power to be like, if I wrap you in this, you're going to tell me the truth.
The fucking movie makes no sense. What does it matter?
It doesn't.
I guess that's true.
And you know what? It says a lot though that like Snyder's version was more cohesive, I feel like, than the original one. Not saying it is like very.
He got to add 2 hours to try and make a story that didn't make sense. So
he gave us everything so that
it makes a little bit more sense than the first one. But
there's no plot holes because he put everything in there.
He had a lot of shit to work with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he used everything.
Yeah. I think you're right. I think there's less of a cut instead of just being like, what if we put every piece of footage we filmed in this movie?
That is what they did.
That's
you
basically
can't tell me that's not what they did.
That's literally what they did. And then people don't understand that like they only shot one scene extra for this movie. And it was the Joker scene.
A scene that they didn't need.
That was the only thing that was...
The Snyder cut isn't in the DC EU, isn't it?
It's apparently it doesn't count.
Yeah. So they didn't need to shoot a new scene to tease a movie that they're never going to come out with.
Did they tease was the after credit scene in the first one, in the original? With the Legion of Doom? Is that what they are? Legion of Doom?
I have no fucking clue.
When
it's been so long since I saw the original that
you know the clip that I'm talking about though.
Yeah, but okay. You asked if it wasn't the original.
I don't remember.
I can't answer.
I mean, that'd be kind of weird if they just like added that without a plan. Well, but also, I mean, I don't know. You can't even get excited about Legion of Doom versus Justice League. Because they already made Superman into this guy who could just fucking wreck everybody. So what do you do?
To be.
I get it, but like, okay, but like the original Supermans, they did a good job of like making him weak and making him not be able to just like battle the fucking dudes and end the movie in 10 minutes. So what do you do? Like, and you already did the storyline where Superman's gone the entire movie.
Yeah.
You're going to do it again?
Yeah, we're just going to keep doing it.
Every time he comes in the last 10 minutes, saves the day?
You play a video game, like one of those old ones like Metroid, where like the whole game is based around getting power-ups and shit, and they're the same power-ups as the last game. Invent a new reason for you to have lost them from the previous time you played it. Your ship, you never, in the first game, it's like, oh, it makes sense. You didn't have them before, and now you do. In the second game, takes place after the first game. You still got to go find those power-ups. But you should already have them. Like
you lost me.
Oh, I'm saying like we're just going. It's just dumb shit. Like companies do this all the time.
Right.
Where they just make up excuses for
you to keep going. Like
they're just gonna be like, oh, by the way, Superman's not here because lonely. I don't know.
People get mad at you for like comparing this to the Avengers, but like you have no choice.
They're made. I think DC, but for the most part. And what I think a lot of DC fanboys will get into is that a lot of the shit that started in with the DC universe, like a lot of even like the main like Marvel people are like Darkseid came before Thanos, and Thanos is directly copied off of Darkseid. Mm-hmm. But that doesn't mean that he's better than Thanos. It just means that like you're it sucks that they took your character design and we're like, we're going to make it better now.
Make it better, exactly.
It's like my bodega makes better sandwiches than yours,
even though you
same
both
fucking sandwiches, but like it's just better.
Same. No.
Yeah. Who the fuck cares? This movie doesn't even mean anything.
I just think as a team, Justice League. How are we on time? Jess, you good?
Yeah, I think so.
We're 30 minutes in. It might be a short episode because of our time limit.
No, we started at 7:20. Oh, but you have to be gone. But all right.
No, I know.
It's fine.
Don't have to be anywhere because I have to be here.
Okay.
Yeah. So
that's all right.
We're good.
We'll do 50 minutes. We'll bounce.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right?
Well, yeah, just literally tell us when you got it.
All right, I got you. I'll let you know.
Wait, scroll down.
Still go realistically for another 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, we're still bitching about this movie. Keep going down.
That's the only thing I want to do today.
Sorry. Why does Aquaman take his shirt off but not pants?
I have to agree with that point. I would love for him to take his pants off.
What? All right.
Let's get that fish dick.
How long does it take a truck driver to grab a burger? Dude, this scene bothered the shit out of me. This was like a fucking student film.
Also, why
was he reaching? Why does he reach like this?
Do you also know
he's reaching like this as like who doesn't?
They want to make it look cool, but it didn't.
No, and they also they set up the Flash to have like a romantic interest that they never come back to.
Yeah.
There are so many moments in this movie that they set something up that does not ever.
But that's
come
what I
back.
mean. This movie
They're just
is
like,
not.
That whole scene where they introduce the Flash runs into this girl. They have like a moment,
I have a
awkward, funny
question.
time, and then it's like he saves her from getting run over by this truck,
Yeah.
and they have another like deep stare moment, and then he's just gone. I'm gonna hang out with some fucking dogs right now, I guess.
But
Like,
did they refilm this movie, or was this all footage they already had? Because maybe
It was all footage they already
It was
had.
all-
There was only one
so
scene that was
maybe
added.
that is. I mean, I'm giving him too much credit here because
no,
that's
this
probably
is the
not
Snyder
the
cut,
case.
baby.
Yeah,
It's
but
his
no, I
fault
was
it's
gonna
in the
say,
movie.
yeah, but I was gonna say maybe it's like a part that they didn't get to film or whatever. But I'm giving him
But
too much
you could
credit
also
there.
just not do that.
yeah,
like-
could have taken it out too.
Just you don't have to set up shit you're not going to pay off.
Yeah.
At any point, even if you
I agree.
even if you
That
had the
frustrates me to no
even if you
end.
had the idea.
But it's more so like this movie is supposed to be the payoff movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're not like I keep using wrestling as as a reference.
It's amazing that the movie that's supposed to be like the big team up payoff movie also is the movie where we introduce 3 of the fucking 5 people. That
but- right.
Are,
Well,
we only beforehand the only people who were in movies like I said earlier, you don't have to introduce Batman, but like Wonder Woman had a movie and Aquaman had a movie, and then they're like, well, what if we introduce Cyborg, the Flash, Martian Manhunter?
yeah, it was
Like,
crazy.
what if we just throw all these characters that are on the Justice League, but we have spent no time in their own way telling you about them?
The argument that's going to be made though in response to that is that they did that with Spider-Man. He just showed up. He didn't have.
He showed up in Civil War.
I get it. I'm just saying this is.
they also did give Cyborg a little bit more in this movie.
That's true. He's the only character that has a full plot.
Yeah, he's the only character that I kind of cared about or like understood what was like.
Yeah, I liked his story.
But I think they only. But also back to what we were talking about in the car, the actor is no longer in the fucking thing. So why did they give this dude such a big role? Because now we're stuck with this whole. I mean, I guess that
No,
was
we're not, because it's not.
You don't think? Do you think they? What do you think they do? They
Oh God!
They
I think DC
they're signed up for.
finishes their movie, the whatever movies that they have on
They're
the
signed up
docket,
for
and
Wonder
then-
Woman 3 already,
Yeah, well,
and Aquaman 2.
I think they do. They film those, and then they just say,
We're done.
yeah,
My bad.
or they just do the Star Wars thing. They're like, actually, we filmed all that shit, and we're just gonna pick which ones we think are canon. Because
I thought that's what they were doing.
I also feel like they could keep going with all their like superheroes as long as they, like you said before, as long as they keep them separate.
yeah,
They really won't run into an issue. The issue they're running into is they're trying to fucking
they're
combine
trying to make
it.
this universe thing
Yeah.
way too. It just doesn't feel organic. Like no one even like people had like the slightest notion for the Marvel universe. It was like they released a bunch of movies before people were like, "Oh, we're actually going to make the Avengers." Like
Yeah.
it took quite a few before people were like, "Oh shit, this is all coming together."
Right.
Like
But also, okay, back to the point that I made. Everyone thinks, Snyder, this is his moment and he's a genius. And he didn't have his moment because his daughter passed away and all this other stuff. But he made Batman versus Superman. His daughter was still alive. Nobody died. He didn't leave for 2 weeks or 3 weeks or whatever.
He
That
just
movie
made-
was fucking terrible.
Yeah. that
yeah,
movie
we
was
just had what
horrendous.
he really wanted is 2 actors running around random darkly lit places screaming, "Martha!"
Dude, Batman versus Superman was more highly anticipated than any Justice League movie ever in life. Like
Yeah, that
for
was
the last.
I remember.
Remember
that.
iRobot, the fucking the poster that they had,
That was a
like
sick movie. I
Batman
don't know if
versus
anybody
Superman.
agrees with
Like
me, but-
everyone was fucking hyped about Batman versus Superman before there was anything, and they decided let's introduce both. Well, I guess there was a Superman movie.
Yeah, we
Let's
already have Man of
introduce
Steel.
Batman in the movie where he goes against Superman. Like that's the silliest thing to me. I don't know who thought that was a good idea.
Here's the thing. I don't think that's not a bad idea if you're not trying to build a universe. If you wanted to make the movie with two characters that are as popular as Batman and Superman, outside of everything, just be like, we're just having them fucking fight. That's fine.
I'll disagree though because I keep seeing fucking Godzilla versus King Kong.
Yeah.
I hate the idea that they're just jumping into it. Well, no, one of them had a movie, right?
Yeah.
King Kong.
Pretty sure they both.
I know they both. No, I know, but I know they both have
Godzilla also had a movie.
in this series.
Yeah.
So they're doing it better. Okay, they're doing it better. Okay, my bad. I stand corrected. But they're doing.
I think the Godzilla movie didn't do very well. Is what
No,
it is.
it definitely didn't.
Yeah.
It definitely didn't.
It's hard to make a Godzilla movie.
and be interesting.
Yeah. Like bring back the guy in the big like lizard suit stomping on dioramas.
I was just gonna say, but I think Godzilla only works because like it's meant to be like that. You know, like it's. I don't know, CGI and Godzilla just doesn't seem like it's gonna fly.
Well, no, but
also it's not the character doesn't talk. So like the main character is a giant lizard that destroys a bunch of shit that doesn't have the ability to have exposition.
But could they have gone the route of Cloverfield and then I know it's different, but it was about a big monster, which you see majority of the movie.
Yeah.
And just made it like more about a person as opposed. I mean, I haven't seen the Godzilla movie. So I don't really. They did that with Bryan Cranston and like the whole thing. I guess I don't know. I think Cloverfield did it in a. I mean, that's how every time they try to do Godzilla, that's what they try to do because they did except for the time where they were like, we're gonna make Godzilla the villain in the Matthew Broderick Godzilla from like the 2000s. Didn't see it.
You didn't see it.
I'm so sorry.
Oh my god. Dude, we're gonna watch it on this podcast, baby.
Live.
Yep. Our first live stream is the 2000.
We should watch The Room live.
That's been done so many times though. I want to watch Godzilla, baby.
I would. I actually.
Or you know what? There's a Dungeons and Dragons movie starring one of the Wayans brothers. We can watch that piece of shit.
I would watch that. I'm into all those stupid cult classic movies.
I don't know if this is a classic.
No, but
I've actually seen it when I was like really little. I like vaguely remember it, and I saw like the VHS box last time I was home. Fucking one of the Wayans. I can't remember which one, but I was like, I can't believe that guy is in this shit.
Yeah.
Like, what did they pay him?
You lost me at the Wayans.
Would you call The Room a
I
classic?
do like the Wayans. Not all of them.
It's a classic, but like I
like those cult, like those horrendous cult movies that like.
Oh, I do.
They're not good, but they're.
Yeah, I don't know. I love shit like that as well, which makes a fucking Justice League more frustrating because it's not even bad to the point of being like entertaining. Like I will never watch this again.
Oh, me neither. It was hell. I had to stop halfway through.
My kids. Dad, you want to watch this? I'm good, bro.
Wait, did you guys make it all the way through?
Yeah.
Oh, you really did?
Well, I started at 1 a.m.
I didn't do a full sitting.
Oh, yeah, me neither.
I did 2 hours.
Not.
I took 3 days off and I came back.
I watched episodes in between. I couldn't do it.
I don't know.
I went through it. I paused it to get more water. Like while I was drinking
water.
And that was like the only time I stopped. And every time I would go to like the kitchen to like grab water or like grab like a snack, I'd be like, you don't have to keep watching this. Like, but I knew I was like, I'm going to walk in my room and I'm going to look at how much time is left. Or anything? No, it was 1 a.m. One of my roommates is like gone and off for some work stuff. Like she's not even in town. And the other one was probably not asleep, but like in his room, basically. He like wasn't coming out to watch this shit at 3 a.m. Yeah. I just remember that looking at the clock in the kitchen and it's saying 4 and then getting back to the fucking TV and it's saying 2 hours left.
Are you still there?
Yeah. I was just like, I can't believe
I'm still here.
Right now. Yeah.
That's why I wanted to make it clear. I think it's better, but it is not. It's still not good.
You know, I think maybe if you watch it broken up, it might be easier to do. It was so much. It was so fucking bad.
Somebody said maybe they should have just like. Well, I didn't really read the article, but they were like maybe as like a series, it would have been better.
It seems like that.
I saw that. It was
already split into fucking parts. You know what we should do when we're editing
each individual.
When we're editing this, we should fucking just randomly put title cards into shit. Be like part 1.
Yeah, like.
And then we'll just flash epilogue for the rollout that you do at the end.
What was the title card that I was laughing at? It was like Batman Returns or some stupid shit like that.
There was one that was like the very last one. I think was just called Something Darker, and they literally had like Bruce Wayne at one point talk about like one of those premonition dreams of Lois Lane and just say the words like, I don't know, I think it might mean something darker. And it was just like, okay, guys, you could put a little bit more effort into this.
They said
also, since when is Batman clairvoyant? When has that been canon? When is he having prophetic dreams?
Dude,
Since fucking
since when? Like, I don't understand. Also, that's so corny. A dream sequence, bro?
But it was also like
He wakes up at a bed sweating.
pointless.
You know, I would not have questioned that at all if it was Wonder Woman saying she was having these dreams. She has like a bunch of random powers. Yeah. If this is how they teased in Martian Manhunter, better than him just showing up and being like, "Hey, Lois, cheer up," and then showing up at the end of the movie being like, "Hey, Bruce, you're cool. I'll hang out with you later," and then fly away.
Also, the fucked up part is that Martian dude. I mean, since this movie's not canon. Like,
yeah, he's not even in the shit.
That's it.
And he's like, he's on like the old cartoon Justice League shit.
he's in the original.
Yeah, he's one of the original members. He's one of the few members that can even like rival Superman power wise.
Isn't Green Lantern also in the an original? So how do you do? I understand like you want to save it for later, but
There is no later anymore.
yeah, you're done. It's over.
Yeah.
It's gone. It's done. It's finished. Really quick. In the film, they hinted at Batman being the reason Robin died. Why are we talking about something that we haven't seen?
Yeah, all that means that if this were to go, like if this was canon, what we're going to see eventually is a movie with a Robin, and then we're just going to sit there all with the knowledge like this kid dies eventually.
Yeah.
Well, that's fucking stupid, is what I'm saying. Like, why wouldn't you? That's the problem with having the older Batman, because now you can't do these things.
Yeah,
I know we've gotten Robin before, but we never got the story where Robin dies. We never got unless the theory was because everyone hates this fucking Joker. The theory was, well, Robin is actually Jared Leto.
You know what? I would take Jared Leto's performance in this movie specifically, and maybe it's because he filmed this after everything, and read all the internet comments about people disliking it. So he was like, maybe I don't have to be like, because Jared Leto's not a shitty actor. No, he sometimes does better than others.
I mean, he's been in some Oscar-winning movies.
He's
not
a good
because
actor.
He's not the reason that they've been Oscar-winning.
I mean, even great actors are in trash movies.
I don't really think I'm a fan of him as the Joker, though.
I'm sorry.
You want me to name a movie that he's trash in?
No. I'm mentioning somebody who
you think is in a lot of trash movies?
A lot, including one with Jared Leto, which was recently where he had the long hair and it was Stranger Things, and he played the same Stranger Things.
Jared Leto was not in Stranger Things.
Not the show. I will fucking leave right now.
What do you think? What are you trying to talk about? If not the very popular television show Stranger Things?
Okay, whatever. Jared Leto and Denzel Washington. They were just in a movie, Stranger something. Anyway,
Stranger Danger,
and the movie was trash. The end. Awful ending.
Agreed.
Joker. What was the point? Why did we show him? It was cool to see long hair. It was cool to see the version of the Joker maybe that they should have done originally. Maybe that's why they did it.
So you agree that he shouldn't have been in the movie?
He shouldn't have. There was no reason
he was
for
cut. He was cut.
No, he wasn't in the movie to begin with. That was the Joker scene was the scene that they shot.
Filmed. The additional scene that they filmed is the Joker scene.
Oh, so they did film extra stuff.
That was it. That's the one scene.
What you're referring to is the Suicide Squad shit.
No. I was saying like, he wasn't in the original one.
No,
that's what I was saying. So you agree that he shouldn't be in it?
No.
Yeah,
because it was pointless. I mean, it was just fan service. Because Zack Snyder basically just threw in shit that he knew that people would react to into a movie, and it's kind of like it's similar to The Dark Knight Rises, which I hated, by the way. I hated it so much. Worst movie ever. Not worst movie ever, but all right, I know. I'm sorry. But
let's not call any other movie potentially the worst movie
people
ever.
People are going to start calling me pedophiles because you fucking pedophile. You don't like Dark Knight Rises, and I'm like, what?
Well, they're going to call you a pedophile because of that clip where you say that you're a pedophile.
I can't wait. Love kids.
Oh my God.
That is, all right, we probably have to start wrapping up now.
On that note.
Wait, before we finish, before we finish. Well,
I stopped recording. I'm joking.
No. I was like, wait.
Cameras died.
What?
Cameras died.
Oh, they did?
No.
I don't like these jokes. You said that last. Yo, you know what's funny? Last time it was whatever. Last time it was mad funny because we don't have the clip of while you're fucking with me, telling me that the camera's out. The camera's out in the video.
Yeah, but it's not my fault. It's your fucking phone.
I'm just saying it was funny. I was watching. I was like, this is I guess it works for the viewer. Whoever's
The only clip that we were missing was the one where your phone just decided to fucking throw it away. Like your phone was like, okay, LOL.
Anyway, what were we just talking about? Wait, I had a point. It's the same thing. Okay. Oh, it's talking about Zack Snyder throwing shit that people want just to make you feel like the movies. Are you yawning during this podcast?
Yeah. I was up till 6 in the morning watching.
But we're here, ride or die. Yeah. Okay. I know we gotta go. But it's the same as Dark Knight Rises when the movie was completely trash, and then at the very end, Joseph Gordon-Levitt goes, "I'm Robin," and everyone fucking flips their shit as if the movie wasn't bad. That pissed me. I was in theaters like ready to fight everybody. I was like, this movie's garbage, but this moment was kind of cool. Like they kind of got me there.
Sometimes all it takes is that one baffling plot twist to throw everybody for a loop.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt can say anything and it'll work. Dude's fantastic.
I mean, it was a good line because it's like, it makes you think like, oh, this dude could have had a whole Robin fucking movie. It would have been great. Like, also you're thinking, are they going to do it? Are they not? You know, but whatever. They didn't. It worked. Whatever. Anyway, that was my point. How much time do we have? Do we have any time for any of these random topics, or are we done?
No, we're done.
50 minutes, and it's 8:07. So
8:07. We did it. Okay. My
voice
just started shaking.
I don't care.
Too much Red Bull?
Take us out, boy.
You gotta close the episode.
Do I?
Yes.
This is it. Okay. I'm nervous. How do we? All right. Well, thank you. Thanks for this. We just did an entire episode shitting on a movie. There's going to be no clips this week. It's just going to be one big clip of us talking shit about Zack Snyder and his shitty movies, as we've done for the past 4 weeks.
I think every episode so far.
Hopefully, this is the last we ever talk about Zack Snyder.
Unlikely, but. Keep going.
Oh, okay. What we will keep talking about is pedophiles because we welcome them here. All right?
No.
See you guys next week.
What's up, bitch?